Hello everyone! Today I'm going to be doing my book talk and review about this book that I recently finished reading. It was not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. It was yesterday, and that is Far, Far Away by Tom McNeill. I am super happy that I've actually finished this. I read it straight through, and it was super addictive. I especially like how it's worded, and I was surprised to know who the actual narrator was. So, okay, so we're here today to talk about this Far, Far Away. I've seen it on BookTube, and I was curious of how good it was. So instead of me looking up other book talks, I decided to buy the book off of Book Outlet. It was very cheap, 99 cents. I was like, oh, this is a good deal, so I'm gonna buy it. I was really happy, like literally, really, really happy about it. Okay, so Far Far Away is about this boy named Jeremy Johnson, whatever the guy's name is, and he's basically got this ability to actually hear the spirits of the dead. So he ends up having like this ghost talking to him. It's an ancient ghost who he's actually turned into a best friend. And believe it or not, it's actually the ancient ghost. And if I were you, if you don't want to hear anything, then I suggest skip to the end of this video if you want to. That is, if you want to. If you've already read it, then perfect. I don't know if I'm going to get this review correct, but basically, Jeremy gets himself into this kind of trouble, especially with his mother being dead and and this girl named Ginger being in love with him, and basically about this weird prince cake or whatever that with one bite you fall instantly in love with someone, with the first person you look at. So Jeremy's mother takes a bite out of it, and his mother ends up running away with another man, which isn't so good on Jeremy and his dad, mainly his dad, because his dad's just being lazy and he's laying in bed, he's not so happy, he's depressed, and he's gotten fat. And Jeremy just wishes that he could actually be able to save this bookstore, his grandfather's bookstore, because the bank was gonna take it away from him. So he tries everything um, to actually save the bookstore. He saves the bookstore though with a little. He tries everything to actually help, everything to actually save this his bookstore, his grandfather's bookstore. And Ginger and her friends end up getting him into trouble, and Jeremy falls into this whole trap thing, and he ends up putting something in the baker's food, and then towards like maybe the end of the story, like not towards the end but near the end, the baker kidnaps both Ginger and Jeremy and puts them in his dungeon. And I was really surprised that the finder of vocations was not the deputy. I was thinking it was the deputy because of how mean he is. I never thought it was the baker, because the baker's like the finder of vocations, and he's kidnapped a bunch of kids, and there's this boy who's gone missing named Posse, and Posse's mother's really nervous and like really unhappy. And what she doesn't know is that Posse was actually alive, and he was helping the baker out, like work, and I guess he actually helped kidnap, um, he actually helped drug Jeremy and Ginger. So that's when Jeremy and Ginger get taken to the dungeon in a car, and the only person who was able to like help and not be seen was actually the ghost called Jacob. He's an ancient ghost that lived in Germany. I think it was in the 1800s, but I don't remember. So afterwards, Jeremy and Ginger, through like, they're really brave actually, and they're in love. I'm ignoring the prince cake part since that's the cause of it, but still, love can happen so many different levels. Anyway, next, the ghost tries everything to save Jeremy, tried to tell everyone that Jeremy's in danger, that the baker has kidnapped him and put him in the back of the trunk. Well, not the trunk, the back seat, and it didn't work. That is until this woman named Jenny Applegarth, I think that was her last name. Jenny Applegarth actually is asleep, and Jacob goes on and sings the song that she likes to sing, but says all the wrong words. But it actually helps them because it's given hints in there of where Jeremy and Ginger are. Without the ghost, then Jeremy and Ginger would still be poisoned and they'd be dying and they wouldn't have gotten special treatment and they would end up being dead like all the other children that the bakers kidnapped and killed. And eventually the end actually shocked me. Not like the end, but like the end where the baker just like, wow. Okay, so basically the baker, he puts the fire in the baker's oven gets so strong that he stupidly takes off the apron and he steps into the oven and kills himself. And I'm like, why not just get arrested and face the charges? I mean, that would have been a stupid thing. But then the baker floats up and sees Jacob there, and he knew that Jacob was helping them. And the baker said that it was too many of them, and then Jacob asks him, too many of what? And the baker says, too many of the girl and her prayers, of the boy and his ability to hear the dead and everything. I was actually happy, yet shocked that the baker actually committed suicide, but towards the end of the story, as we're getting there, I was really happy. It was a happy and sad ending because Jacob passes on, and, well, not passes on, as in crosses over into the light. That's what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying because I've watched this TV show called Ghost Whisperer. That's actually my favorite TV show. Well, within the paranormal states. So anyway, I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. It was like the best book I've ever read. If you guys like ghosts, if you guys like paranormal, I suggest you go on Book Outlet if they still have it, or Amazon, or any other book website, and buy this book. It'll really keep you it's addictive, and you won't be able to put it down. You'll want to see what happens. It's the suspense, I tell you, the suspense. Anyway, that was my book talk and book review. I think I'm better at the reviews than I am with the book talks. Or is that... Oh, well. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'm going to be doing another segment, which I actually came up with myself. It's called the book versus, I repeat, versus movies. Which one is better, the book or the movie? So, stay tuned. Bye!